Hi and welcome to today's morning report on Tuesday the 27th of October with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. European trading sessions got off to a slightly bearish start, nothing too significant on the downside, but the fact is that the oil price I think is a big driver of this mood today, and what we have got is that sentiment generally is just under a bit of pressure. You've got this oil price on WTI that's now within touching distance of this big support. Big support, that September low 43.20, and I think if that breaks down, there's very little to suggest that you're not going to now come back on that oil price and retest those massive lows that we saw back in August. So big pressure to the downside potentially on this on sentiment, and oil and commodities generally have been a driver of sentiment. So that's why we've got the markets under a little bit of pressure today. Nothing too significant in terms of downside on Wall Street overnight, though. About 0.2% lower on the S&P 500, and subsequently in Asia, Asian trading fairly mixed to slightly lower as well. Nikkei down slightly as well. So, just generally speaking, a really bit of a negative theme going on, but nothing too significant yet. And you do have on the horizon this Fed meeting that everyone will be looking forward to, with the big statement that comes out tomorrow evening, which will presumably have a bit of an impact on sentiment as well. So that could be another reason why, to be honest, forex majors are sort of fairly settled today. Nothing too significant. Bit of a sort of mixed look to these markets. We did have a slight correction against the dollar yesterday after those big runs. Run higher towards the end of last week, but slight bit of a retracement yesterday, and I'll take you through the charts and the impact that that's had. And we've got some interesting moves actually that we've got on these technical analysis charts in a minute that I will look at. Now, in terms of today's trading, well, we've got actually quite a lot going on. We've got, first of all, we're going to look at UK GDP at 9:30 GMT. Forecast to come in at 0.6% for the quarter, so slightly down from the end of last quarter, but still pretty positive there on the growth front for the UK still. Then into the afternoon, we've got all the US data. We've got quite a lot actually. We've got the durable goods at 12:30. On the core basis, it's expected to come in basically flat on the month. And then we look at the Case-Shiller and that's at 1 o'clock GMT. Forecast to improve very slightly to 5.1%. So that's house prices continuing to pick up in the States. So again, that's supportive of would be supportive of the dollar. Then we have got the consumer confidence at 2 o'clock. Now, consumer confidence has been certainly quite strong. Certainly the last couple of months have been pretty strong on that, and it's expected to again be around 103. So that would be again dollar supportive. Now, the one that I'm going to focus on, or potentially going forward, is this the regional Fed industrial sort of surveys that they pull out, and this is the Richmond Fed, and that's this afternoon again at 3 o'clock. And the last time that it came out, it was negative 5.0 on the chart. So that was a negative move, and if it stays negative, that would again be consideration that the US in that region, in the Richmond region, was sort of beginning to turn lower, and I think if last month we saw that spreading across the regional Fed surveys, and that is reflective of this sort of beginning to slow down aspect of the US economy. So interesting to watch that. I think that could have an impact this afternoon, 3 o'clock. So my chart today is Euro Yen. Now Euro Yen is an interesting chart because it's been falling recently. Let me just show you the daily chart. We're back towards this key support band around 133, which has been a big low time and time again over the last 5-6 months. 133 has been the point at which the support has come in and the buyers have supported again. Now what we saw yesterday was a bull hammer. That candle has actually now been progressively eaten away and now negated by today's move, but I would still say that we're back at 133. You sort of look at all these momentum indicators, you wouldn't say that the stochastics, they're not positive by any means, but they're not drastically negative, although they are sort of moving below that 20 mark now. RSI again not drastically negative. negative either. MACD line's not drastically negative, so I don't really think necessarily that this is going to be breaking down. And I think that around this sort of 133 mark, which is around about where we see the pair trading at the moment, this is the point at which I'm thinking that we could start to see some support again. Don't necessarily start to anticipate support before it comes in, because obviously we've had this sort of rebound yesterday, but it's been eaten away again today. But just the sort of the importance of this big support around 133 figure, I think will be interesting now. So we'll see this on the hourly chart. I was sort of looking at this yesterday, and I saw this sort of bull divergence that was going on here on the hourly RSI, where you saw the consistent declines, and then the RSI was sort of not really agreeing with that or confirming with that, and you still got the RSI, even though we've had this sharp decline today, we've still not got the RSI on the hourly chart below 30. So I think that could be interesting, the fact that I don't think the momentum's that strong to the downside on this move. Not strong enough that would suggest you're going to get an imminent breakdown. So this is definitely one to watch today, around this 133 figure. It could be again another time where you see the 33 figure support tested, and then you see the buyers return. That's happened on numerous occasions over the past 5 or 6 months. So one to watch there, but very interesting in terms of that chart. In terms of the resistance, you got the resistance coming in at 33.90, and then 34.25 needs to be broken to really suggest that there is going to be a recovery, but certainly one to watch, I think, on this Euro Yen chart today. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.